The Director of Middle East Consultancy Service, Rebwar Fatah, joins us by Skype to discuss this verdict and its effect on democracy in Egypt. Glad to have you join us, Rebwar Fatah. Egypt doesn't seem to waste time with jailing their past president, Mubarak, before now, then Morsi. What's your take?
Obviously, Morsi's sentence is a high-profile one, and the leadership also there. Most of them have been sentenced by now. I think this is probably the fourth or the third or the fourth, I lost count this month, of mostly mass prosecutions of so-called Muslim Brotherhood. Obviously, Morsi's one is a high-profile one, and I don't believe it helps the situation on the streets, and I don't believe it helps the stability in Egypt. And you will see, if probably we are already seeing more civil unrest on the streets. I would have thought for Egypt that has been going through a couple of revolutions and a high number of civil unrests. Something like the South African Truth and Reconciliation would have helped Egypt much better than using an iron fist against Muslim Brotherhood. And the evidence, that's not my word, it's the word of the words of the human rights organizations, international reputable human rights organizations such as Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, that the evidence against the people that are arrested are not really strong and not sufficient to sentence somebody to death. And on top of that, we have seen that masses of people, like close to a few hundred and sometimes around 50, under 100, and so being mass prosecuted or sentenced to death. I don't think these trials can really have any ground on any legal ground, and I think
now, Rebwar Fatah
are strongly under. Okay, come on.
Yes, according to reports,
yes,
Morsi has already spent the maximum amount of time in prison as allowed by the Constitution. Now, of course, if the courts had not passed judgment at this time, they would have had to release him. Now, based on this, would you call it a political strategy?
I mean, there is no doubt. Again, this is not really, these are not only my words. The trials in Egypt are political trials, and what we have seen are political trials. If you forget everything else, Muslim Brotherhood declared a terrorist organization by a caretaker government in December 2013. Most of these people are arrested before that. How come they being tried by a law which was not in place while they were detained? They must be tried by the law at the time, because they were not aware, these people that are accused in prison, they were not aware that there will be a law coming against them and they declare them a terrorist organization. You cannot arrest somebody before the law came to an effect. And the law really, I don't believe the law itself has any legitimacy, because it's not legislated by the parliament. Egypt has been without the parliament for over 2 years. You cannot have these mass trials while there's no a parliament.
Fatah, the London-based human rights group has called for Morsi to be retried in a civilian court in line with international standards and then be released. Is there any possibility this could happen? Does Egypt care?
Not under Sisi's government, because from what we have seen in the last couple of years, I think Sisi, as a military man, can only take a hard line against anyone standing against his power, and stability. I believe Sisi's government failed in bringing peace and also stability into the country.
Dr. Rebwar Fatah, Director, Middle East Consultancy, Thank you very much for your thoughts and contributions on this issue.